Libras! It's Michelle, your practical priestess here from Divinely Genuine. Welcome to the channel. If you guys have not already liked my Facebook page and Instagram page, follow me there. I would love it. You can find the website information on those as well. And so we're here, Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising, to do your full moon on May 29th tarot reading. I have already shuffled and communed with Spirit, and I'm ready to cut the cards on camera for you, making these videos shorter than normal. There we go. Hope you guys are enjoying your Memorial Day weekend here in the States. So again, this is for Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. You do have a Moon and Ascendant or Rising sign. Google your natal birth chart to find that out, or leave your birth date, time, and place of birth in the comments, and I'll help you figure that out. We are starting with the Alchemist. This is turned inwards, so it's going to represent a more emotional state. Alchemist is able to turn their thoughts using the law of attraction from negative thoughts of worry and anxiety into hopeful thoughts of victory and overcoming things and our dreams. The Alchemist is transformation. It's the instigation of transformation. It's instigating big changes, having all the resources you need, knowing how to manipulate and control a situation, the spiritual and mundane world reflecting each other, channeling the divine, intention, energy, will, and resources focused to one goal, primal urge, initial plans, and action. Okay, so that's what we're starting out this full moon with, Libras. Alright, so transformation, make sure you're doing definitely transformation of your thoughts, watching those worrisome, anxious thoughts, even when you're figuring out problems and moves to make, and go at it from a sense of what's the best possible outcome. What do I actually want to happen? Let me picture that, let me think about it, let me meditate on it, so that I can then attract it into my life. And backing that up, we have the Student card. So this is saying that it's something new that you're trying to do, that you're learning to do. So as you learn to practice being the alchemist, you may not be good at it right away. It's a learning process, and it's all good. The Student card also tells us the light attributes are humility and devotion to knowledge. Okay. Openness to lifelong learning. Don't ever get stuck thinking you know it all, or thinking you've seen it all, or thinking that there's no better way or no better outcome. Always leave room for God, right? And the Goddess, the divine, to work. Shadow attributes of the Student card are arrogance in pursuit of destructive knowledge, unwilling to translate knowledge into action. Yeah, we can't just keep it all upstairs, we have to put it into action or nothing will change, right? So I'm referring to, I think it's so important to utilize being the alchemist with our thoughts, because we weren't taught that, and it's a big deal, especially as the universe reflects that way. So, but we have to continuously take action and do it and remind ourselves, Okay, moving on. We've got the Hermit card reversed. This is very similar to Virgo's reading, as they also have the Hermit and the Alchemist. The Hermit reversed, representing an inward state, saying that you need to go in, okay? It's the 6th card in tarot. It is a major arcana card. And it is the seat of light in the darkness. an imparter of wisdom, a hermit, or somebody who enjoys solitude. Wisdom in loneliness, being alone, light in the darkness, guidance from within. The wisdom of another showing you the way, a helping hand, age and experience, shining your inner light for others to see. A spiritual truth that acts as a navigation point. So yeah, all of that comes from within, and you know, though it may feel lonely, and you know, maybe some of you don't like the solitude, but that's where you get the wisdom from the divine, is through being quiet and being connected. Okay. And then we've got the prostitute card. So in this position for the advice, and the light attribute is insinuates the challenge of surviving without negotiating the power of your spirit. Okay. So spirit thrives. Monetarily is second, right? And they will, when you're balanced, you'll value yourself enough being a spiritual being, and that value will be reflected monetarily. Okay? But you definitely can't place, place like the challenge and need to have physical things here in this earth about what your soul is telling you to do or what your spirit is comfortable doing. The shadow side of this card is places material considerations and security above self-empowerment. Okay, so we all have a choice. Which one are you going to make? Moving on to Six of Swords for this full moon reading, Libras. So again, you've got a 6 representing the house of service in astrology. Swords are typically decisions. The 6 of Swords is the escape of the mind. Transition, the mind exploring the process of learning and discovery. Testing hypothesis, the journey for its own sake. Escape, getting lost in learning. Moving through uncertainty, endless seeking. Learning something new will allow you to move on. Okay? So you've got 2 cards saying to learn something new with the student and the 6 of Swords. And then we've got the alchemist, where we're learning transformation and learning how to take the knowledge we get that we learn being the hermit, taking that knowledge and learning how to transition it to reflect us in the mundane world. And it starts up here with your thoughts. And then we're also, as the prostitute card comes up, we're learning that it is a challenge to survive and keep your soul and spirit intact. And overcoming that challenge is very important as you learn your value. We've got the scribe. So all that you're learning, Spirit is saying in this advice card, in this position, is saying, preserve that knowledge and information. And as you can see, the girl is writing. The shadow side of the scribe is altering facts or plagiarizing others' work. So that would be the shadow of that. Okay, so as you guys are Libra, I'll go ahead and reiterate. As you're being the alchemist and practicing the law of attraction, with your thoughts, you're taking the negative, worry, anxious thoughts, creating them into new, hopeful thoughts of what you would like to happen and see happen in your dreams as your dreams come to pass. And and the things you're learning with the student card, and as you're learning to be the alchemist, knowing that it is something that you will continue to learn as you go along, being a lifelong learner. And as you go within, with the Hermit card here, to uncover that sacred knowledge, you then learn how to become more of an empowered spiritual being, valuing yourself and not worrying about any fear of survival. And then as you're needing to escape, as you're learning all this stuff and kind of taking a mental escape from problems and seeking more towards what can you learn, what can you do to really change the way you look at the situation or to change the situation that you're in. And Spirit is saying whatever you're learning, whatever you're being shown here, you're going to write down. You're going to preserve that knowledge. All right, Libras, that's what I have for you guys for this full moon. I hope y'all enjoy it. Go ahead and like, subscribe, comment, all that jazz. I love you guys. Don't forget to howl at the moon. Peace.